Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's ZPro here bringing you another Minecraft Cold War vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the Chrysler TV-8. The Chrysler TV-8 was a tank design project by Chrysler in the 1950s. The tank was intended to be a medium tank capable of land and amphibious warfare. The design was never produced. The TV-8 was presented in proposal by Chrysler Corporation subsequent to the Astron X weapon project. Using an unconventional tank design, the proposed tank located the entire crew, engine, and ammunition storage within a pod-shaped turret mounted above a lightweight chassis, which could be separated for air shipment. The total weight of the tank was approximately 25 tons, with the turret weighing 15 tons and the chassis weighing 10 tons. Following review, it was concluded that the TV-8 design did not prove to have significant advantages over conventional tank designs to warrant further development, and on 23rd of April 1956, the TV-8 and 3 Astron proposals were effectively terminated. The tank itself was designed to actually be powered by a nuclear fission powered vapor cycle power plant. So this was basically designed to be a tank that was fully nuclear, in a sense that would basically make it the first tank in history ever to be powered by a nuclear power. However, a prototype was never built. I think just a wooden mock-up was the only thing that they made, but overall a really interesting and probably one of the weirdest and strangest tanks, really, I would say, at least in the Cold War period. World War I had a lot more crazier stuff, but yeah, this thing is really weird and unconventional. So going ahead and kind of diving into it, taking a look here at this thing. This thing definitely looks pretty good. If you've been around the channel for a long time, you may remember I did have a design for the TV-8 a very long time ago. This is a redesign for it. This thing is completely reworked, obviously built from the ground up. The whole track system here in the turret, I'm actually really happy with the way the turret came out, to be honest with you. It's got pretty good shaping to it, and judging by the pictures there are of it, I think I got the shaping pretty right, and as far as correct as I really think you can really get with how weird of a turret it really is. But you can see here we have the track system, pretty straightforward. The main gun here, which was designed to be a 90mm smoothbore gun, and we have the top-mounted 30mm machine gun. There are some calls that it was supposed to be a 50 caliber, but there's kind of unknown. I guess the original concept to be a 30mm probably would have been a 50 cal, and all the viewports, hatches, and all that stuff. So really nice looking tank, and again, gonna make a really good addition to any of your weird, funny Cold War type projects you want to put around your worlds. And with that, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our first layer here. We'll be going ahead and start off with layer number 1. Now for layer 1 to go ahead and get started here, what we're going to do to start off with is we're going to place down 2 nether brick slabs like this, followed by 2 nether brick top slabs coming off those slabs like that going forward. We're going to go ahead and place down a row of 2 daylight detectors and turn them to the night mode like so. We're going to go ahead and place down a green terracotta block, followed by a green shulker box coming off it to the side. We then want to place down a row of 2 of dark oak with trapdoors, followed by a second row of 2. And we're going to place down a green terracotta block, green shulker box, and again 2 rows of 2 of dark oak with trapdoors, green terracotta block, green shulker box, and again 2 rows of 2 of dark oak with trapdoors, green terracotta block, and a green shulker box like that. We then want to go ahead and take our dark oak with buttons, and we're going to place them down on the sides here of those green terracotta blocks, or green shulker boxes, and then we're going to place down item frames on the side here with green terracotta blocks in those item frames like so. Once that's finished, on the back here, we're going to go and place down a row of 2 of nether brick upside down stairs, going across like so. And we're going to go ahead and take our dark oak with top slabs and place down 1, 2, and 3 top slabs over. And we want to go ahead and then go to the front up here to this nether brick slab. We're going to go over 1, 2, 3 nether brick, or dark oak with top slabs. We're going to then fill the space in like so. And it's going to go all the way across here, just like that. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and then place down 2 nether brick slabs here, 2 top slabs, and basically copy the same track design we do over there on the right side, just over here to the left side. So again, we're going to go and basically just copy the same thing just over here to this side. And it's going to go all the way back like so. Again, it's the same thing as the air side there, so if you go a little too fast for you can just refer to the air side. And we'll place our item frames and then our green terracotta blocks in those item frames like so. After we have that done, we want to go and then place down a dark oak wood fence gate that's going to be coming off these 2 slabs, just like that. After that's done, that right there is going to basically finish off layer number 1 here for the build, and create nice bases there for the tank. With that all done, let's go ahead and move on to our next layer, layer number 2. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we're moving into layer 2. For layer 2 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go and take our nether brick stairs, we're going to place down 2 nether brick stairs like this across, followed by 1, 2, and 3 dark oak wood slabs, and then 2 nether brick stairs over here on this side. We're going to then place down an item frame here on these 2 dark oak wood slabs, and then we're going to then place down snowballs in those item frames just like that. Once we have that done, we're going to take our green terracotta, place down a row of 5 across this section here with a green shulker box to both ends. We're going to then place down an item frame with a cobweb and a dark oak wood button like that on the side here of the block, and same thing over here as well, just like that. Once that's done, we're going to take our green terracotta, we're going to place down a row of 3 of green terracotta across the middle here, and then a second row of 3 after that. We then want to place down 2 nether brick top slabs here to both sides, and then 2 nether brick stairs again to both sides as well. We then want to place down 3 dark oak wood slabs across the middle here, a green terracotta block in the center, a mossy cobblestone wall to both sides of that green terracotta block, a row of 3 of green terracotta, and a second row of 3, and then a mossy cobblestone wall on both ends here, and then a green terracotta block there in the middle. Now after that, we're going to then go off these nether brick stairs here and place down 2 nether brick slabs to both sides, and then we're going to take our daylight detectors, and we're going to place down basically 2 rows of 4 here, going back. And we're going to go ahead and change these to the night mode, like so. And if your trapdoors do, for some reason, like don't close up, make sure you do check them, because sometimes they do get a little funky, but you do want to make sure your trapdoors stay closed. After that's all done there, we're going to go ahead and continue on by taking our dark oak wood slabs. We're going to place down a row of 3 of dark oak wood slabs here. Dark oak wood slab there in the center, and then a spruce wood slab to both sides. Another row of 3 of dark oak wood slabs, another dark oak wood slab in the center, and another spruce wood slab to both sides. We then want to go ahead and place down another 2 rows of 2 here of daylight detectors, and again we're going to turn these to the night mode. And after that's done, we're going to go ahead and then take our nether brick slabs. We're going to place down 2 rows of 2 of nether brick slabs going back, and then 2 daylight detectors here on the rear, again turn to night mode. And after that's all done, that is going to wrap up what we have there for layer number 2 for the build. And with that, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 3. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our next layer, we moved into layer number 3. For layer 3 to go ahead and to get started with, we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood trapdoors here on both sides, and then 2 black carpets on top of those 2 nether brick top slabs. After that's done, we're also going to place down 2 dark oak wood buttons here to both sides, just like that. Once that's done, we're going to then take our green terracotta blocks. We're going to go ahead and place down a row of 3. The green terracotta across this section here, and a dark oak wood up sound stair to both sides. Coming off the dark oak wood up sound stair, we're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor like that, again out to the sides there. Once we have that done, we're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor also coming off the sides of the stair facing toward the front, and a row of 3 of dark oak wood top slabs across the center there like so. We're going to go ahead and then place down a dark oak wood top slab in the center, dark oak wood trapdoor to both sides. We're going to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of dark oak wood trapdoors across, and then 1 coming off the center trapdoor like so. And after that's done, we also want to go ahead and place down another dark oak wood trapdoor coming off this one here to both sides like that. So that's going to be kind of the start there of our bottom of our turret, and that's the front. After that's finished, we want to go ahead and then go back from this. We're going to take our green terracotta, we're going to place down a row of 5 across, followed by a second row of 5, and then we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood top slabs here to both sides. Once we have that done, we're going to place down a row of 3 of green terracotta across, followed by a dark oak wood up sound stair, and then a dark oak wood trapdoor coming off the front stair of the stairs. We want to go and then place down a green terracotta block here in the center, a dark oak wood up sound stair to both sides like that, and then a dark oak wood top slab coming off these 2 stairs. In between those top slabs, we're going to place down another dark oak wood up sound stair, and a top slab coming off it like so. Also coming off this stair right here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood top slab to both sides, and a dark oak wood trapdoor going off those top slabs like so. We then want to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood trapdoor coming off these 2 slabs, and then 1 coming off this slab right there like so. So taking a look at it from above here, this is what we should have for the base here for our turret. And that right there is going to basically do it for layer number 3. So that's out of the way for layer 3. Let's move on to layer number 4. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we move on to layer number 4. For layer 4 to go ahead and get started with, we're going to place down a green terracotta block on top of this trapdoor, and then one more that comes off it going forward. We're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4 dark oak top slabs going forward, and then 2 narrow brick top slabs like that, going forward like so. We then want to go ahead and place down 2 dark oak wood signs on this narrow brick slab and this dark oak wood slab, just like that. And then we're also going to place down dark oak wood signs on both sides of this slab right here that connects to this green terracotta full block. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down a top slab coming off the sides here of these green terracotta blocks, and then a green terracotta block coming off this one, again to both sides. We then want to very simply just place down a dark oak wood top slab to both sides here, and then a green terracotta block going back like that. Going out to the sides here, we're going to place down another dark oak wood top slab to both sides here, and then another dark oak wood upside down stair, like so. Going back from this stair, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green terracotta blocks back, and same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a mossy cobblestone wall to both sides. After that, we're going to then place down a green terracotta block on the inside here, and then one back, same thing over here, one right here, and then one back. And then coming off these green terracotta blocks, we're going to place down 2 mossy cobblestone walls. We then want to go ahead and go between the mossy cobblestone walls, and we're going to place down 2 rows of 3 of green terracotta, filling that space in. And across the back here, we want to go ahead and very simply place down a dark oak wood upside down stair there in the center, a dark oak wood top slab to both sides here, and then we're going to go ahead and place down zombie heads here on the sides of these top slabs. Then on the very back here, we're going to place down a dark oak top slab there in the center, and then a dark oak wood trapdoor to both sides of the top slab, just like that. And after that's done, again, if any of your trapdoors for some reason open up or kind of, freak out, just make sure that you do go ahead and close them up like so. But anyways, with that out of the way, we also want to go ahead and fill the space in. Now, if you are planning on doing an interior for this build, then you can obviously leave this space open. You do have a pretty good amount of space here for interior if you do want to, but for the sake of the tutorial, we'll just go ahead and fill this in completely. So we'll just close this off like so. And also to the sides here, we're going to go and grab ourselves a tripwire hook. We're going to go and go to the second green terracotta block back. We're going to place down a tripwire hook here, and then a dark oak wood fence gate opened up toward the green terracotta block like that right after it. So just like that there along the sides. And with that out of the way, that is going to pretty much do it for layer number 4. And with that, let's go ahead and move into layer number 5. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we'll be moving into layer number 5. For layer 5 to go ahead and get started, we're going to place down a black carpet up here on the front, followed by 2 dark oak wood trapdoors back from it. We then want to place down 2 green terracotta blocks, a dark oak wood trapdoor, and then a dark oak wood slab, followed by a dark oak wood stair. To both sides of this dark oak wood stair, we're going to place down a daylight detector, and then a green carpet on top of these dark oak wood top slabs. We then want to go ahead and go to the sides here of these daylight detectors. We're going to place down a lever and make sure it's flicked toward the daylight detectors there on both sides. We're going to place down a green terracotta block back from the stair, a dark oak wood slab to both sides, and then a daylight detector coming off those dark oak wood slabs, and then a green carpet on these dark oak wood top slabs. Next row here, we're going to place down a row of 3 of green terracotta across, dark oak wood slab, daylight detector, same thing here, dark oak wood slab, daylight detector. We're going to go then take our green terracotta, we're going to place down a row of 5 across, a dark oak wood slab again to both sides. Once that's done, we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood stairs here along the side, and then a smooth cord stair, and same thing over here, 1 and 2 dark oak wood stairs and a smooth cord stair. We can go ahead and then fill in the space in between these stairs in with green terracotta to close that space off. After that, we're going to then place down a dark oak wood fence gate that's going to be coming off this stair right here, so right on top of the one from the previous layer, and we're going to have it opened up toward the stair, just like we did, again, for the previous layer. We're going to take our green terracotta, place down a row of 5 here across, a dark oak wood slab to both sides. We then want to place down another row of 5, a green terracotta across. We're going to then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 rows of 3 back. And we want to go ahead and then place down a row of 1, 2, 3 mossy cobblestone walls on the first 3 rows, and then 2 zombie heads here on the last 2 rows. Same thing over here to this side as well. Then on the very back here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood upside down stair, and a dark oak wood upside down corner stair coming off both sides of the stair like so. And once that's all complete there, that is going to basically wrap up what we have there for layer number 5. And with that, we'll move into our final layers here, layers 6, 7, and 8. We're going to basically put all of the top details and basically finish this build off. So with that, let's go ahead and move into layers 6 through 8. Alright guys, moving into our final layers, we have layers 6 through 8. For these layers to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go and place down a dark oak wood slab that's going to be on top of this second green terracotta block, so right here. And then we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair back from it, and then a dark oak wood slab to both sides of that stair. We want to go and then place down a row of 3 of green terracotta across, followed by a dark oak wood slab, again to both sides. We then want to place down 1 and 2 dark oak wood stairs along the side here, same thing here, 1 and 2 dark oak wood stairs, and then we're going to place down a stripped spruce wood log here on both sides with a green terracotta block in the middle, and a row of 3 of green terracotta across behind it. We then want to go ahead and place down a second row of 3 of green terracotta, a third row, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 rows of 3 of green terracotta, so in total you're going to have 9 after those spruce wood logs there. Then on the sides here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab, a zombie head, and then a zombie head here at a slight angle. And over here we're going to do the same thing, dark oak wood slab, zombie head, and then a very slightly angled zombie head like so. On the very back here, we want to go and very simply place down a dark oak wood stair and a corner stair to both sides of that stair like so. Once that's done, we want to go and then place down a zombie head here on top of those 2 green terracotta blocks, and then a stone button on top of those 2 logs. We're going to go and then go back from those buttons, 1, 2, 1, 2 dark oak wood buttons like so. Once we have that all done there, we're going to go ahead and then place down a anvil, which is going to be in this location right here. Coming off of it, we're going to place down an Arabic top slab. We then want to go ahead and place down a row of 1 and 2, and rods going forward with a wither skeleton skull here on the tip for our cannon up on top here. And then a wither skeleton skull coming off the back here of the anvil. Now to both sides of the anvil, we're going to grab ourselves a item frame. We're going to place down an item frame here on both sides. And we want to go ahead and then place down a item frame here. So we have our dark oak wood signs, and we're going to then place down an item frame for green terracotta block in the item frame on both sides of the anvil. On top of the anvil itself, we're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor, and we want to go and then place down a redstone repeater on top of the Arabic top set with the notches spread apart like so for your top turret. After that's done, we're going to go and then place down a dark oak wood trapdoor to both sides of this wither skeleton skull, followed by another dark oak wood trapdoor back on both sides, and then a daylight detector there in the center. And we're going to go and turn this to the night mode. We want to go and place down a second daylight detector back, again turn this to night mode, and then a daylight detector to both sides, which is going to be set to the day mode, like so. And then we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab in the middle here, and another daylight detector there to both sides, like so. And once you have that all complete there, that is going to wrap up my design there for the Chrysler TV-8 medium tank. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this design. If you guys do abuse this design, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This would be a thing from a sound the build, tweet to my channel or this video if this is appearing on social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for the build, you're free to use it for projects you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that fun stuff. And yeah, with that, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Here204, and I'll see you guys next time.